Good morning, everyone. It's Stephen Whiteside here from theuptrend.com with your morning market outlook for Wednesday, August 19th, 2026. I'll keep this video relatively short. Unfortunately, we came back from being off a couple of days and found the site was screwed up last night. It was a data error that we didn't see. Why didn't we see it? Because we were focused on futures last night and did not check some of the other data and just took it for granted that it was all correct. And that was basically my mistake, and I apologize for that. The site has been updated. All the charts are now correct in the correct order, and the data was correct. It was just out of order was the problem. So here we are coming into Wednesday morning with stock index futures trading higher. They've come off their overnight lows and are now relatively positive. A lot of negative action in Asia overnight. Commodities are mixed at the moment, but looking over my shoulder, I see crude oil is actually up on the morning. Commodities moving higher. We don't have any major economic numbers coming out today. We do have the minutes from the last Fed meeting coming out, and those could certainly help change the direction of the market. A couple of news items. Trump pauses 50% tariffs on Canadian goods for 3 days. We'll have to see what happens with that. And then we've got Putin pushing Japan's buttons right now. And of course, doesn't he have enough on his plate in Ukraine? And of course, Japan has been helping Ukraine over the last year. So we've been concerned about World War III possibly starting this year. And every day we wake up to another country getting involved in the conflicts that are going on at the moment. Things continue to spread out through the Middle East and Asia. Now, there was a lot of volatility in Asia overnight. We had Japan down over 3%. We had China down over 5%, and then Korea down nearly 6% overnight. Lots of volatility in the Korean market overnight. Now, the VIX did pop yesterday, not enough to give us a buy signal for the S&P, the NASDAQ, or the Russell 2000. They're still on sell signals coming into today's trading action. We did have some new sell signals in the major ETFs we watch in the Canadian market. We had stocks outside of Canada generating a sell signal. We've got the financials and Infotech moving lower yesterday, all on sell signals. Infotech was led lower by Celestica, the biggest loser on the TSX 60 yesterday. Now, looking at the U.S. market, and again, I'm just looking at the core group of ETFs that we like to follow. There's certainly a lot more sell signals from yesterday's trading action, but here we are. We've got the total market ETF, the small caps, and the semiconductors back on a daily sell signal as of Tuesday's close. Now, lots of individual semiconductor sell signals yesterday, but not NVIDIA. NVIDIA still holding on here. We need to close below $217.44 on Wednesday to give us a sell signal for NVIDIA. Now, the strategic petroleum reserves hitting new lows here. And of course, this is why crude oil prices in North America have been held back, because they keep releasing oil from the petroleum reserve. At some point, they're going to want to top this reserve up, but that means they're going to have to go out and buy crude oil. And of course, that's going to help the crude oil price continue to move higher. So here we are looking at the USO, trying to fill the gap from July. And then we've got gasoline moving higher yesterday, heading up towards the July highs. I'm sure we're going to break through that. In Canada, we had energy stocks up 1.17%. In New York, they were up 1.76%, making new highs for this move. Now, here's an interesting chart. You can see U.S. savings rate is down near the lows we haven't seen since the financial crisis, which means Americans are not going to be able to take advantage of the new high interest rates. We had the 30-year yield hit a new high, and so that high is 25 years in the making. So here we are. It did pull back going into the close, but it printed a new high intraday. We certainly did not close below the previous day's low yesterday. Okay, folks, that's all for this morning's presentation. The stock market has opened. Stocks are trading higher, as well as crude oil and gold on Wednesday morning. I thought this was rather interesting. William Shatner is 95. He'll be 96 in March. And he's booking tours for next year. And that might be a key to a long life, is just keep booking stuff in the future, and hopefully you'll make it to there. But yeah, 95 going on 96, still on tour. Okay, that's all for this morning's presentation. Have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Thursday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, Don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.